What's going on? Welcome back to episode 5 of Rounding Second. Here with my co-host Steven, if you already didn't know. What's going on, Steve?
Just living, man. Been a pretty short week, it feels like. Going by pretty quick, surprisingly.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, weeks are starting to fly by, to be honest, now that we're getting down into it. Like, we're about to hit Thanksgiving break here. Shortly. Not really.
Yeah, it's pretty... but it's going to go by quick. Like, so this week included, we had 5 weeks until Thanksgiving break. And then, next week it will be 4. But then after that, we go to Thanksgiving break, we come back, and then
it's like 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's 9 days until finals.
Yeah.
Once we come back from Thanksgiving break. So, it's already, it's already kind of in the home stretch. Like, you can see it. We're at the 65-70% mark. I can see it. I can see the end of the tunnel now. So, I'm excited, man.
Yeah, sports are picking up big time, and I think that's definitely helping out. We got a lot of shit to cover today about this week. We got the MLB playoffs. Oh, my God, excuse me. The MLB playoffs are getting crazy. We got the NFL picks are back. We got a little NFL talk in there. And then we got the NBA is back. And, the NHL's going on. If I knew the first thing about NHL, we would talk about it.
Yeah, not too much going on in NHL this week. Just, start of the season, some big games. Flyers are looking great. My Philly Flyers. I'm excited to go home.
How about those Krakens, huh?
Kraken's good, man. We smoked the Kraken. That sounded so funny.
Damn.
We smoked the Kraken.
Whooped his ass. Nah, yeah. For real, yeah. So, one announcement. Oh, yeah. One announcement we got. I hit 80K likes on TikTok, on WVU Barstool TikTok. A lot of people, I feel like, listen to this, they don't know that I run the WVU Barstool.
Yeah,
TikTok.
That's huge. It was a big process for you to get into that, too.
It was. It took a while. I had to, submit my resume and everything. And then I was actually pissed off at first because I was like, damn, man. I do Twitter. I do a lot of Twitter. And that's what my main thing is. And then they told me I got the TikTok, which is I inherited a TikTok account with, less than 1,000 followers.
Right.
So I was like, damn, man. Are they trying to push me out? Am I getting squeezed out?
Yeah.
They just need someone to do the job.
Though.
But then I talked to the guy, bro, and he was like, "Hey, this is a good thing." And then my older brother was telling me, he was like, "Dude, this is a really good thing."
And I told you that too when you first told me, because you were bummed you didn't get the Twitter, but I was like, dude, honestly,
I get full creative control over this.
Yeah, you can run the hell out of a TikTok account. I don't know the first thing about TikTok, and I've watched a lot of your TikToks and a lot of your ones from Hidden Gems, and I think you're the best man for it. And look what you did.
Up 6,000 followers, and we hit 80K likes in about
80K likes, dude. That's insane.
I know. I think it's a big milestone. I'm really happy about it, honestly.
Really happy for you, especially being part of the Hidden Gems family.
Yeah, exactly.
Love that, dude.
Right?
Congratulations, Luke Binstead. That's just great for the brand. Congratulations. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm hyped, bro. I want to see where I can. Now. That's what I'm saying. I'm really excited to see where it can go. I'm so excited because there's other accounts, bro, with probably about 22K because they've been going on for so long and right. So they got 22K. Some of them got 20K, and I'm like, I got it. I didn't get it that long ago, but I'm I think I make way better shit than them, and I'm I think at West Virginia especially, we're well known around the world, #1 party school.
Absolutely.
So I want to see where I can take it, dude. I'm hoping 100K is the goal by the end of the year. So we'll see if we.
By the end of the year, I feel is even it should be a bigger goal. You did this in a month's period.
Yeah, just about.
That's you flipped this around so quickly. I feel your goal should be well past 100K.
We'll see, man. We'll see. I'm excited. That's how I say. I'm excited to see where it can go. I'm pumped.
That's big, man. I'm excited for you.
Thanks, bro.
So if you guys are not following Barstool West Virginia's TikTok and you listen to this podcast, please go and support Luke. That is a big milestone for him and a big thing that he can add to his resume. So, again, go check out his videos. They're super funny, super relatable. But, yeah, congratulations, man. I'm excited for you.
Yeah, man. I'm a grinder. I've been grinding this shit out. And I want to – part of me wants to be yo, go share this. Everybody share this. Like, do me a solid. Like, blah, blah, blah. And then the Instagram for WVU Barstool is down right now. So, like, I can't get them to post my TikTok. So, it's really just all on me, like, doing my thing on TikTok to get it up.
Right.
And I'm feeling good. I'm pumped. Anyway, well, that was a nice little chat. Let's get on with it. We got the MLB playoffs. NLCS looks like it's winding down, but the ALCS is heating up. Red Sox look really good. I think that series is tied, if I'm not mistaken. The Astros might be up 1. I think the Astros, the Astros are up 1. Yeah. They won last night. So it's getting kind of crazy. I think they have another game in Boston. And then after that, they go back to Houston. So it's big.
Well, I mean, to start off.
No, they're in Houston. Boston has to take one, and then it will be a Game 7.
Man, I would love to see Boston in it now. I don't know. I mean, again, it was kind of along the same lines of what we said about the Giants against the Dodgers last week, which kind of sucked watching them lose. It was a hard game to watch, like, especially because we were rooting for the Giants. But again, like, the Dodgers were just at the end of the day a better team, and that's all it came down to. But yeah, I will say that I would like to see the Red Sox win this, and other than that, I'm super excited about the Braves.
Yeah.
Because one of my favorite teams is also the Braves, even though I don't have proof of it anymore since I lost my Braves hat due to a very unfortunate situation. But my uncle Ricky is a Braves fan, and I don't know, I just really started falling in love with the team over the past 4 or 5 years since I've known him. But yeah, I really want to see the Braves win it all, to be honest.
Dude, I think Red Sox Braves would be really, really good for baseball. Just because I don't think people don't like the Astros because of the whole cheating thing.
Right. Exactly. I feel like that's what I'm saying. I feel like it's too close.
I'd want to see the Red Sox in it, bro. Yeah. World Series at Fenway Park would be sick.
That's what I'm saying. When people make a joke and they're like, "Oh, is that too soon?" Like, I feel like that's kind of like where the Astros are at, and entering the World Series again. Like, it's it's kind of too soon to watch them in it.
They are really good, though. They are really good. Like, their team.
Maybe they're cheating.
They might still be cheating. I mean,
could you imagine? Dude,
I still stand by. I think every team in the MLB cheats. I think every single team steals signs, but they got caught. So, I mean, it is what it is, bro.
At the end of the day, I think a lot more teams and a lot more players are cheating in sports than people like to believe, because everybody wants to get an edge.
Exactly, especially at that level.
And when you see other people getting an edge, you really don't have any other choice but to try and get an edge yourself. So again, I feel like there's a lot more teams doing it, just are not getting caught doing it.
I just I don't know what I wanted the Astros to say, you know what I mean? Because I could be like, I wish you guys would have just been straight up with them, been like, yeah, we cheated. Yeah. But then at the same time, I'm like, I really don't want you to say that. Like, I don't want you to be really open about it and proud of it, you know? But at the same time, Altuve's lying about his shitty tattoo and stuff, and I'm just like, come on, bro. I don't know. I don't know what you can say, but whatever you're saying right now, it's not working.
Right.
But yeah, no, Braves
and Red Sox would be a freaking series.
I don't think the Dodgers are as good as they were last year.
What series? 2-1 right now? Braves?
3-1.
3-1? Yeah.
Pretty sure.
One more, man.
Yeah, it's 3-1.
Where's the next game? In LA or in Atlanta?
Let's find out. It's tonight in LA.
Yo, if they win tonight, and if Braves win tonight in LA, we're going to keep track of that score while we're at Hayride, and we're going to go insane.
Yeah, I really don't think the Dodgers team is as good as they were last year. Last year, they were so loaded, their bench had enough guys that could play as a starter in other places. Obviously, Jock Peterson starts some games. He starts some games for the Braves. He doesn't start every game. But Kiki Hernandez is the Red Sox leadoff hitter and star second baseman. He is a stud. Both of those guys were riding pine on the Dodgers team last year.
Yeah,
and then somehow they trade for Trey Turner and Max Scherzer this year, and they're not as good. but I couldn't imagine.
Yeah, Scherzer kind of
Like-
surprised me.
He's gonna win the Cy Young this year. Like, he's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. Last year, the Braves were up 3-1 versus the Dodgers in the same exact situation. So you gotta. I don't know. I wouldn't call
which is
anything
why,
yet.
But like this is why I feel like I feel like that's it. Like I feel like it's a familiar situation. They're just like, look, like we can't do this again. Like
Yeah.
they kind of need it. You know what I mean?
The problem this year for baseball, I mean, I guess it's not a problem, but like in the playoffs at least, it seems like all the teams, right? Like obviously every team that makes the playoffs is really good in baseball because it's only 5 teams from each division.
Right.
So you got to be really good. And it's like the Giants' record was ridiculous. In any other sport, if a team had like that dominant of a record, then they would win the championship. But it's like in baseball, you have teams that are significantly worse, but then also teams that are significantly better. And like the Giants beat up on a lot of bad teams. They beat a few good teams. I don't know what point I'm really trying to make, but like
Yeah. No.
the teams that beat better teams. I'm trying to figure out.
I kind of get what you're saying. Like
It's weird. Like that's all. Cause like, imagine you played the Pirates every game, right?
right.
You're gonna smoke them, and you're gonna be at the top of the league. But the second you play a team like the Braves, you're gonna get smacked.
Yeah.
And that division, that Giants, Dodgers, Padres division, maybe wasn't as good as everyone thought it was. Like. They
Yeah,
just
and
beat
that's
each
a hot
other.
take in itself because like that is like what
It is
I
kind of
consider
hot
like
take.
one of the top divisions. Probably, I mean, was the top division in the MLB,
Yeah, I think
and
it's
like
just
that,
a
just
side.
like by mid-season, like all those teams like kind of went through like a huge like probably month span where like they really were just playing like dog shit.
Yeah, I know.
Especially the Padres alone, like that was like so upsetting to watch, and like how like
Fuck.
like their frustration with not only like themselves but each other. Like you saw, like I mean, we talked about it, like
Yeah,
one of
maybe
the first episodes, the
Tatis.
Machado and Tatis, like that like should never happen. And I just think like a lot of like they're really like down themselves, and like they just kept like they got in that cycle in their head where like, okay, we suck, and then they actually played like they suck even though they're an
Yeah.
A team. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, baseball's such a weird sport. I love it so much. And I think that just might be a side you have to explore before you pick, like, a team that's going to win it.
Right.
Obviously, I felt like, I mean, usually what the saying is, like, whoever's hot going into the playoffs usually wins the World Series. Like, the Nats, the year we won it, we were stroking. We were the hottest team in baseball. And then we won
Right.
the World Series. Go figure.
Yeah.
This year, it was like, that was kind of the Cardinals, right? But also, it was kind of after the All-Star break, it was pretty much the Dodgers, too. Like,
yeah.
in the long run, from the All-Star break
I
to
like the
playoffs.
Cardinals as well
So-
too.
But then the Dodgers had to play them, beat them, barely, and then had to play the fucking Giants. So, like, maybe they're tired out. I don't know.
Speaking
But
of the Cardinals, you
there
know,
could be
like
something
Hunter
else.
Bader, their center fielder. Is that Hunter Bader, their center fielder?
Harrison?
Harrison.
Yeah.
Dude, I think he's sick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're a
I think
pretty
he's
fun team to watch.
I think he's underrated, to be honest.
Yeah, no, I could agree
Like,
with that. I
Yeah,
think
the Cardinals team definitely. I was expecting them to at least make it to playoffs.
I mean they ran into the Dodgers, but the Dodgers are
Yeah.
underperforming ridiculously. Cody Bellinger sucks this year. Chris Taylor sucks this year.
Right.
Like they don't look good at all. They don't look good.
Yeah,
So
but
maybe it's
here's
the
my
Braves'
problem.
year,
All right.
though. It could be.
So you know what? Here's my problem with that statement is that I 100% agree with you. Like guys like Cody Bellinger, for example, like or Chris Taylor. Like Chris Taylor had that two-run walk-off bomb, the bottom of the 9,
Yeah.
to bring them to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Then same thing with Bellinger with his RBI double. Was to clean up the Giants, right? Like that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Like I feel like everyone's blowing smoke up their ass at the end of the day because they are who they are and because of what they did last year, and they make a play like that and they're all stars again. But in reality, like they really weren't worth their contract this year. They made big plays that made major headlines, but at the end of the day, like they really didn't play like that all season long, and I think a lot of people like overlooked that fact.
There's a lot that goes into baseball. It's such a tricky sport because, like, I probably said this a million times. Every single year, you have to change your swing. If you go into the same, like,
Right.
year with the same swing as you had last year, you're not going to be as good. And for that matter, in baseball, like, everything's down to, like, one at bat and one hit, right?
Yeah.
If a guy's average is, like, .03 lower than it was the year before, that's a bad year. Like, people will shit on you, say that you had a bad year. Realistically, that's like you had like 5 or 6 less hits, or you had like 3 or more walks the year before, so like your
Right.
at bats went down and your average went up. Like, it's something like that. It's kind of, it's just weird. But also, like, there's such like a strategy to the game where it's like left-handed hitters versus right-handed pitchers type of thing, and like the Yankees, why do they suck? Dude, it's because they have all right-handed hitters all the time besides, like, Aaron Hicks and Brett Gardner, who suck. And then they bring in Rizzo and Gallo because they needed left-handed hitters in the lineup, and then they turned their season around. They made the wild card and then kind of fucked it up. But the Red Sox are killing it, so, I mean, it's not really, I guess, you know.
No, I'm definitely excited for the Red Sox. I hope they're able to pull it out, man.
But, yeah, I mean, baseball's in the last little bit of the season. Breaks my heart. I love watching it just throughout the summer.
Yeah, but it comes up quick. I found that like this winter, like over the winter, because then you have that long winter break where like obviously like you don't want to go back to school, so like that break goes by really quick because it's just you're having fun the whole time.
Yeah,
you're just relaxing, kicking your feet up. So like that goes by really quickly, and I think that like I've always found the baseball season ends up coming back like like that.
Spring training starts in March. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be back so quick.
Yeah.
So, but I feel like we've definitely covered all our bases with
Actually,
baseball.
I think I'm wrong about that. It definitely doesn't start in March, but it's whatever. It does start pretty
No,
soon.
it does.
Like,
It starts in March.
does it? Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
right. I'm right?
Yeah, it starts in March.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
to bring up my pun
Nah,
one more
nah.
time, I think we've covered all of our bases with baseball.
Yeah, I think we have. I mean, if you can check out a game, I would. It's the most interesting. It's the best time to get into it now.
Right.
You know?
What do we got next on our list today?
I got the NFL picks up on here. But we
All
could
right.
do a little NBA talk real quick if you want to save that for last.
Now let's go through the picks, man.
All right, let's do
Let's
it.
go through the picks.
All right.
What we got
Tonight.
this week?
Tonight. Big week. Totally forgot to check our records last week. But
We keep saying that, and I feel like we're like letting you guys down because you guys want to hear our records.
it's fine. We'll figure it out.
We're gonna figure it
next
out.
week.
We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna
We'll
figure
get
it out.
every single week.
Super unprofessional. We own that, but it's all right.
It's not that big of a deal.
We're busy, all right.
Like, we'll get it. We
Yeah.
will. Like,
Chill out.
People will figure it out if we suck or not. Like, and
Yeah.
if you're hearing
Yeah.
the picks, then you definitely
You
know.
definitely know.
All right, we got Broncos Browns in Cleveland. Broncos are 2-point dogs. I think I'm on the Broncos tonight.
Yeah. It's weird you say that. I think. Look, I'm gonna go Browns, but
I think.
I like the Broncos. But dude, that shoulder worries me with Baker, man.
Well, he's out.
Oh, he's not even playing for
Yeah,
them.
that's
I'm
why-
going Broncos.
And they
I'm
said
going Broncos.
OBJ's questionable too. Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt also aren't playing apparently.
No, then it's gonna be the Broncos.
See, but that's the thing. Like, something keeps telling me
I feel like
that
there's
the
more
Browns-
of the Browns team.
the Browns still have a fighting chance. Something is telling me that.
Right.
And this actually says Nick Chubb is questionable. So we'll see. I really don't know.
I'm gonna go.
But I think if Nick Chubb's playing, it could be a different game. But this Broncos team, I really don't think is half bad. But I think the Browns team is really good.
Right.
That's the problem. Ugh. That's a tough one. I think it really depends on injuries for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but we gotta make our picks now, man. I'm gonna go.
No.
I'll go Browns. Despite all their injuries, I'm gonna go Browns.
All right. I'm going Broncos. I'm
All
going
right.
Broncos. Yeah,
All right.
looking at this injury report, I'm going Broncos. We did it. We made the pick. All right. Chiefs Titans in Tennessee. Another tough one.
Yeah.
I think I like the Titans though, to be honest.
I'm gonna go Chiefs. I think it's a big game for the Chiefs because having being told that the Bills were always somewhere up there with them, and then they lose the Bills too, earlier this season.
The Titans beat the Bills and the Chiefs got shit on.
That's what I'm saying. So I feel like this is a big game for the Chiefs.
I think this is a big game for them too, and it's not Monday night.
Yeah, I'll go Chiefs, man. I'm gonna go Chiefs.
I want to say the Titans, but
The Titans are really they're a team that people are still not giving a whole lot of credit to, and they sold me this past week, man.
well, here's the thing about them: they actually have a really high turnover differential. They get a lot of turnovers on defense, but they also let a lot of points up on defense. But the
Right.
Chiefs turn the ball over pretty much. I think they're second in the league in turnovers. They turn it over a lot. So I'm gonna bank on the Chiefs turning it over way too much, and the Titans they get them. That's
Right.
what I'm gonna go with
I'm
Titans.
gonna go with Chiefs, man. I don't know. The
Jets,
Chiefs need one.
Patriots.
Jets, Patriots,
Yep.
Patriots.
I don't know, to be honest. I think this is a weird game because the Jets are all on a bye. They're coming off a bye, right? So they had a week to prep, possibly. I think that's right. Yeah. So they get an extra week to prep for the Pats. Fresh.
No, I'm gonna go Patriots. I don't really see the Jets.
I can't see them winning it.
It's essentially
either.
Mac Jones versus Zach Wilson.
I like the points though. They're 7-point dogs. I think I like the points, but I think I'm gonna
I could
go.
like the point. I could see it being a close game, but
I think I'm gonna go with the Pats just because I hate the Jets. Hate
yeah,
the fucking
I
Jets, bro.
that's a dude. This is a rivalry that's been around for years.
Yeah,
Big- I mean, but it's sad though because the Jets have hardly ever been able to compete with us. This is the first time I think where it actually is going to be kind of a good rivalry game because
I really like their coach, Salah. I really like him.
he tries, man.
He's a good mind. He was on
Yeah.
that Niners. He coached that Niners defense last year. I really liked him when they signed him. I was like, that's pretty good. Then they got their QB. Maybe it's the week they turn it around. It's not like the Pats are that good, to be honest. I mean, they're 2-4. They've lost some games to good teams. I'm gonna go with the Jets.
Gonna go Jets.
Yeah, I'm going Jets.
I'm going Patriots.
You guys almost lost to the Texans.
Yeah, man, I know it's
So,
not something I'm proud of.
But
don't
I
know.
hope other people aren't thinking that how I'm thinking. They're like, oh, they almost lost to the Texans. The Jets are gonna
Yeah.
win. I'm taking the Jets.
Damn, bro, we're
It might be
total
a
opposites
casual
right
pick.
now.
We are.
That makes for good records.
We got the Panthers versus the Giants.
Panthers, dude. I just don't think the Giants have
I think
anything.
the Panthers too because I hate the Giants at home. I don't know
Giants
why.
got nothing in the tank, dude. They're it's so sad watching them play. It's
It is.
sad watching them and the Lions play right now.
Or
I
they-
almost feel I just feel bad for them.
They're kind of banged up, and I think I really like Matt Rule. Like I said, and I said at the beginning of the year, I thought the Panthers were going to be a really really tough team this year,
Right.
and I think they have lived up to that. So I'm gonna ride the Panthers. I'm gonna say the Panthers too. We got the Bengals versus the Ravens in Baltimore. Ravens
That's
have
a
been
tough one.
red hot. Red hot. They're 5-1. They're red hot.
Yeah, I'm thinking Ravens.
Big win
but-
over the Chargers last week too.
Yeah, but
They're
who,
hot.
who they play?
They shit on the Chargers.
Who they played 2 weeks? No, they didn't play them.
They played the Colts 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, see, that is the only game that really I feel like they shouldn't have won that game.
I think they have the 3-game home stretch. They're gonna take this one too. I don't think I like the Bengals. I really do. I really like Joe Burrow. I wrote a blog about him when he was getting drafted, saying that he peaked in college and that he wasn't gonna have a good career.
I like
he
Joe
has
Burrow.
proved me the fuck wrong. Honestly, he might not have. I thought for a second there, his rookie year, his career was done because of that knee. But you know what? So far, he's proved me wrong. Like,
I like Joe Burrow. I don't like or dislike him. Like, I really don't feel a whole lot towards him. I think he's obviously super talented, but I just feel like he's having a hard time finding his groove. He's one of those players that's like,
I think he's a gamer. That's who I would want as my QB. I'd want Joe Burrow.
really,
If I had a choice,
for the future of Washington?
yeah.
All right.
Dude, he took a really bad Bengals team and did something with them.
I guess.
I like the kid. I'm going to say the Ravens, though.
Yeah, I'm going to go Ravens, too.
Miami, Atlanta, in Miami.
That's a tough game. It's like battle of the sheep. They
Well,
suck, dude. Both teams are
This is hard, too.
awful.
Because I love Miami. Low-key. Like, I really like Tua. I'm really cheering for him. But they have the worst offensive line in football right now. So, I feel like Atlanta is the play, to be honest. But I really want to see the Dolphins win, especially after losing
I feel
to
like the
Jags.
Dolphins need. I'm gonna go Dolphins just because I feel like they really need one.
They need it.
Like
do
they need some morale, man.
They need it, but
They're down freaking bad.
I'm gonna say the Falcons. I'm gonna say the Falcons. Ooh,
That's a tough game. Again, it's a horrible matchup. They both suck. Like
I know they both suck, obviously, but
it's not a game a lot of people are gonna be paying attention to. I'll put it to you like that.
yeah. I mean, I wouldn't really touch this shit, but
I wouldn't touch that game if you're betting on it. I wouldn't go close to it. No.
I think I'm gonna go with the Falcons.
I'm gonna go Dolphins. We'll go with the fish.
I kind of hope you're right, to be honest. All right, we got Washington, Green Bay, in Green Bay, and I am going to that game.
Yeah, man. Luke's flying out here Saturday to be at that game. Super lucky.
Washington,
Yeah.
money
I'm
line.
gonna go Green Bay.
Fuck the points. Nah, I mean it's
I'm
like
gonna go Green Bay and the points, bro.
this is.
As much as I want you to have a good time, bro, I'm kind of on James's side for this one. I'm hoping he gets a better experience watching his Packers play than you do.
All
man.
right, see, here's the
Washington play.
problem right now, right? Last time I went to Green Bay, I was a little kid, and we got fucking destroyed, and I was crying. I was really upset. We got, like, the brake speed off us, and that was a really horrible...
sipping water.
That was a really horrible experience for me. But I think this time it's different. This is the first Washington game I'm going to be at. I feel like they're going to feed off me, and they're gonna do something. They're going to put in some work.
I really don't see that happening.
I think this is the week. Because apparently Ron's been crawling up their asses. He got in Landon Collins' face. He told Landon Collins he's a downhill linebacker. He said he's not a safety. He was like, you're a downhill linebacker. He's basically telling him he's not good, which is great because Landon Collins sucks. And so does the rest of our team, to be completely fair. I think we cover 8, no problem. But I think we win this game. I do.
Yeah, I think Packers are gonna win.
I think I'd say a definite lock is me getting in like 4 or 5 fights
Yeah,
at the game.
I'd say that.
I'd say that's a
If I
lot.
were able to bet on that, I'd throw my bank account on it.
I'd say that is the only.
You're
thing
wearing
I'm
your
passionate about
Washington
for sure
jersey too.
about. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Nah, the fans there are actually super nice, or at least they were super nice there to me when I was a kid.
just cheesers, man.
I know they just don't care, brother.
They just don't
like,
care.
Go Packers.
Yeah.
Go Packers. They're like a little Wisconsin accent. James is gonna be so mad at me. All right, what are the odds? Hold on, sorry. What are the odds James gets my back in a fight versus 2 Packers fans because I was talking shit?
100%.
You think?
100%. Yeah.
You think he
He might slap you around after.
You don't
but
think he let me get a little bumped? You know,
Nah,
roughed
dude.
up.
I think James is a ride or die kind of guy.
I think so too.
Blood's thicker than water, man.
I'm just asking because James, big brother, gets
That'd be
pissed-
fun. I mean, don't get
gets
me wrong.
pissed at
That'd be
me, like,
freaking hilarious if he let you get your ass handed to you. I would actually ask him for videos, but I could totally see him jumping in.
yeah.
James a dog.
I mean, I think also another lock is if we're down by like 20, I'm running on the field. That's a lock.
Yeah, right.
That's also a lock, bro. I'm gonna be a mess. My mom's gonna be, she's gonna be pissed. She's gonna be like, "What are you doing?" I'm gonna be running on the field and shit.
Oh my lord.
I'll do it.
I'll also sit in jail, bro.
Yeah, and then all the Packers fans are gonna start booing me when I'm out there. They're gonna be like, "Boo!"
Could you imagine being booed by all of Lambeau Field?
I'm gonna be like, "Fuck you guys!" I'm gonna be like
Imagine
the
getting
only guy there. In the
Booed by.
Redskins
That's a
jersey,
story to
Washington
tell your
jersey.
kids one day.
Yeah.
You went to Lambeau Field and you got booed by everyone in Lambeau Stadium.
What? All right. What about this? What if I ran on the field? We're getting smacked, right? And I run towards Washington sideline. And I'm like, "Let's go! Let's go!" You think I could get them amped up?
I mean, what?
Like, do you think I could get the players like pumped up? Do you think they would be on my side, or they'd be like, "Man, fuck this kid.
I don't
Get
know.
off the field."
That's a tough one.
You know?
If they didn't respect the little fan base that they have,
That's what I'm
I
saying.
feel-
Like, you have to appreciate me, right?
yeah, you have to. Yes, absolutely. I think if they don't, you should never even. You should just switch teams altogether.
I think I will. If
If
we
that
get
were to
embarrassed-
actually,
James
if
said
this
he
were to
was gonna bring a
hypothetically
Packers-
actually happen, and
Yeah.
you were to do that, and they had no respect for you, I think you should. You should teach your kids to actually hate the Washington football team.
yeah, I grew
Like
up-
you
I
couldn't be a
raised them.
football fan after. You couldn't be a Washington football team.
I
fan
buy
after that.
them one day. I
Buy
work
one
my
day and
ass
just-
off to make so much money. Buy them and then fire everybody.
just
and
like turn their
destroy the
shit.
organization, like
Yeah.
Dan Snyder's doing right now. I just do that over. Just destroy the organization. Yeah, nah, that sounds like a great idea. All right, well, picks in Washington. I pick the Packers every
Packers.
single week. I pick the Packers every week, but this week they're playing the other team that I've picked every single week. So
Yeah,
crossroads.
yeah. I mean, Packers, man. That's all I gotta say.
Fuck them.
James, I'm with you, man. Have fun.
We got
Have fun this
Raiders
weekend.
versus Eagles in
Raiders.
Las Vegas.
Raiders at home. I don't think the Eagles. Unless the Eagles are playing a team that's like pretty shitty. I really don't. I don't know.
Raiders looked good last week. They dominated.
Yeah, I just don't think the Eagles are a valid team. I think they're like a middle to low tier team, and I think unless they play a middle to low tier team, they really don't have a shot.
Okay. I
So,
think that's
especially Vegas at home. I really like Derek Carr. You're right. Derek Carr had a hell of a game last week, and
yeah. They
they're
look
just a
good.
solid team this year. So not much to say on that. Just Raiders.
I mean, the only thing, the Eagles beat the Panthers.
But the Panthers are also a middle to low tier team.
Yeah, but who have the Raiders beat? They lost to the Bears. They lost to the Chargers. They've beaten the Broncos, Dolphins, Steelers, and Ravens. They did beat the Ravens.
And yeah, I was gonna speak on the behalf of the Steelers, but I'm not. I take
You know,
that back.
I think that's a tough one. I think I must say the Raiders. Raiders.
Raiders.
Because John Gruden's gone.
Raiders.
Get that pervert out of here.
Let's go Raiders.
The Raiders, Holmes. Have you ever heard that joke where it's like, and the Raiders?
Yeah.
They're like making fun of their
Yeah.
fan base.
Yeah.
Like, it's a bunch of Spanish guys. It's like, the Raiders, man. The Raiders. Nah, I like
dude,
the
it's
Raiders.
it's actually funny to say because do you know the comedian Burt Kreischer? He does a
Probably
lot.
if I saw his face.
Yeah, he's the big fat guy. He's a Florida State frat boy, ATO. I'm like 90% positive Van Wilder was like made after him. He was like in college for like 7 years, something like that.
Really?
Yeah, he was so funny. Now he's like a world-renowned comedian and stuff like that. He's freaking hilarious, dude. You gotta watch his Netflix.
Wait, you
skits.
see the
They're-
guy that does comedy with no shirt on?
Yeah,
Oh,
big fat
yeah,
guy,
yeah,
dude.
yeah.
He is freaking hilarious. But anyway, it's funny because he was telling this, like, talking about like that Raiders joke. Like, he was telling the story of like when the Raiders were in Oakland, and he like rescued his dog, and his dog was like, because she like was around, she was brought up in a Spanish like household. She like only like they found her with Raiders like complete shaved like a Raiders logo spray paint on her, and then she only like so they took her to the vet, and he was like yeah, I didn't realize this, but apparently dogs actually speak a language, and this dog only speaks Spanish. So like
That's hilarious.
yeah.
I would love that.
Yeah, that's funny as shit.
You have to learn Spanish to talk to your dog.
Yeah, like that was pretty funny. Yeah, she was like, so like he was like, yeah, I was walking her and like a Mexican walked by and she just started going freaking nuts. I was like, Jesus.
All right, we got Lions versus Rams in LA. Let's get back on track here.
Could you imagine? It's gonna be Rams, but could you imagine if the
it's
Lions really
It's got to be their week, right?
against the Rams?
Jared Goff revenge week.
Dude, I don't know, man.
That's
a
kind of what
bold
I'm
one.
thinking. Jared Goff, because Dan Campbell called him out last week. He said, Jared Goff, you're not doing enough.
For my personal record,
And this would
on
be the
rounding
week for
second-
him to do it, right? To do enough. It would be this week. I think they cover the points, no problem. 15, fuck that. Because I think Dan Campbell gets this defense ready, dude. Like,
Look, man, I'm gonna, for the sake of my personal record on rounding second, I'm gonna say Rams, but I really hope outside of that, if the Lions were to win, dude, that would be the biggest confidence boost for them, beating a team like the Rams. Just their coach breaking down crying and shit.
dude, Dan Campbell is the
Kind of
fucking
a-
man.
He's the man, but like,
Loves football.
yeah.
And, like, I really want to see him win. I want to see him do well. And I think he called out Jared Goff, bro. He said he's not doing enough.
And we said this last podcast too, like the Lions, like it's amazing like how dedicated Detroit fans are to like their fan base. And actually, you know what? Speaking on that real quick, because I discredited. I know this is off time. We're gonna go to NHL real quick, but like I discredited the Detroit Wings last podcast, I think it was, and I got to give it to them, man. They're actually not the team that they were last year,
Vrana, baby.
dude. They're actually insane.
Really?
They're actually kicking ass. They beat the Lightning that one game. I was like,
Yeah.
talking mad shit. Yeah, dude, mad respect. Mad respect. Just want to say,
Good
at
for
least
them.
Detroit's got something going for them.
Good for them, man.
Yeah, good for them, man. Good for Detroit. They needed that. But back on the Lions and Rams. Yeah, again, for my personal record, I'm going to say Rams. You said it's in
It's
LA.
in LA.
Yeah, I just find it like, dude, that defense is just so freaking insane right now. You know what I mean?
See, here, I mean, all right. I know we don't say with the points. We never do points, really. Sometimes I'll be
What's the
like,
points on it?
15.5.
Yeah, I don't see it being 1 or 2 touchdowns. I take Lions points.
I like their points because I think Jared Goff, I think he's going to show up. Because change in the locker room starts with the quarterback and the coach. And Dan Campbell seems fired up. And I think he's lit a fire under Jared Goff's ass.
Right.
Because even though he's not their guy long term, he's got to win a job somewhere else. And he's not looking like he wants to play football anymore. So he
Yeah.
has to wake up. And these are the guys that traded him away. He has to show up for this game. He has to show up. I think I'm going to save the Lions. We can
Points
count
or completely money line?
completely money line. We'll say
It's
the
a bold
points.
pick,
I
man.
want to say the points for my record, but if we're not doing the points, if they end up covering, I'll take half. If they don't cover, then I'll take -2 this week because I
Really?
really think they are. I think they have to.
Alright.
It has to be their week this week.
Again, bro, I that's a huge underdog story right now. I think, especially after, yeah, like you said, Campbell watching like his post game interviews and like just how like upset it has him. Like, dude, that's a coach that gives a shit, man. Like that's a coach that really gives a shit. And I hope you're right, but for my own record, that kind of seems like
I think from a gambling
kind of,
perspective-
dude. It seems like you're playing roulette with like 5 bullets instead of 1. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. You're right. And I think from a gambling perspective, too, teams that are typically more than 2 score underdogs never win those games. And most of the time, they don't cover them because the spread's that high because they're going to get shit on.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like I said, we're rolling the dice.
I disagree, dude.
Scared money
I
don't
feel
make
like
money.
yeah, I feel like there's a lot of times where those big spreads actually work in the underdog's favor. I feel like it's a closer game than usual.
That
But
might be
agree
true.
to disagree.
All right. Bears at Bucks. Bears are in Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay. I feel like that's an easy one
Tampa
for me.
Bay. I love Fields, but I love Brady more.
Yeah, I don't
And
really.
in Tampa
I
Bay,
still
like
don't
that's such an
Fields.
electric environment.
I mean, there's a chance the Bears make something happen. I'm not gonna lie.
I personally don't see it.
I don't think they're gonna win because it's the Bucks, but I do think they match up well against them. If their defense can get a couple stops on Brady and their offense can turn things around, they have the weapons. Mooney and Robinson, they're really good. The Bucks secondary is beat to shit. That's my little input on that game. I can't say that they're gonna win though.
I'll put it to you like this. I think the Bears are a better team than the Eagles, and the Bears only lost by, 5-6 points to the Buccaneers?
The
I
Eagles.
mean, the Eagles only lost 5
Yeah,
or
they
6
only
points?
lost by 6, but it was kind of garbage time. Like it was like a
Yeah.
late backdoor thing.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, still, like, I think so. I mean, it could be a very close game. I don't think it's gonna be a blowout, but
Yeah, Bucks.
actually, I don't know.
No.
I don't know because it is in Tampa.
It's in
I
Tampa.
think that's a big
So maybe Bears plus 12.5, but I'd say Bucks.
I like plus 12.5.
Yeah.
I'd say Bucks minus 7 for sure. I don't know about 12.5.
Then we got the Texans Cardinals. I really don't think the Texans hand the Cardinals their first loss. The spread's 17.5, but I obviously
Cardinals.
don't think I would take that because that's just kind
I
of
might,
ridiculous.
dude.
Even though
I think
they
it could.
should blow them out.
I honestly, as much as I hate big spreads, that's one game where I really think that it could end up being like 45-3.
But
Like,
the thing
you know what
about
I mean?
the difference between like the Texans though and the Lions is the Texans have a rookie QB that sucks. They have a shitty defense. They have a shitty offense.
Aren't they
The
talking about getting
Lions-
Cam Newton?
Huh?
Aren't they talking about getting Cam Newton?
They might want to look into it because David Mills does not look good.
There was something I saw. I think someone's talking about Cam Newton. It might be the Dolphins or Texans. I forget what I read.
I mean, the Texans don't look like they're playing hard. So I'm gonna say the Cardinals. I think obviously.
Yeah, Cardinals. Yeah, that's like lock of the week.
But the Cardinals did like almost fold to the Jags, so you really never know. But I
Yeah.
think if someone said gun to my head who's gonna win, I'm gonna say the Cardinals. We got Niners, Colts. I love the Niners in this. To be honest, I think a lot of people are gonna like the Colts in this.
I was gonna say I kind of feeling the Colts. There's something about it, man. I'm not like, and I hate like blowing smoke up Wentz's ass, but like I feel like he's fitting the program pretty well.
I think so too, and I don't think the Colts are as bad as everyone makes them out to be. But I think the Niners are good. And
I love Kittle, that's why.
And I
the
think-
Niners, that's also my biggest problem.
especially if Trey Lance is playing. I fucking love Trey Lance.
Trey Lance.
Yeah.
But, nah,
So-
I'm gonna go Colts.
All right, I'm going Niners, and then we got Monday night, Saints Seahawks in Seattle.
Oh, that's a tough one.
That is a tough one. That's a really tough one because
Geno versus Jameis.
home teams on Monday night are 6-0. Haven't lost. 5-1 against the spread. And the only time a home team didn't cover against the spread is week 1. The Bucks didn't cover versus the Cowboys, which was a really good game.
I'm thinking Saints, to be honest. I'm thinking it's about that record.
I think
That
it's-
statistic's about to be 6-1.
I think you're right.
I don't know.
I think it's due for the home team not to hit.
Yeah.
And I think if Russ was playing, I'd definitely be like, oh, the Seahawks. But Geno, much as I love that guy, I think the Saints get him. Saints are pretty
Yeah.
good. Their defense
Yeah.
is pretty good. Their offense is pretty good. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. That's kind of a shitty game, to be honest. Because
I don't have too much to say on that just because these, like, having Geno backup quarterback right now and, like also being Seattle, I feel like it's a tough pick, but I don't know. I'm feeling the Saints.
all right, so that's it. That's it. We got the picks in. That's
our
good.
our week 7 picks are in. I can't believe it's even week 7 right now, to be honest.
I'm pumped.
It's the season's kind of going by way quicker than.
It is.
We were sitting here before we started recording. We were talking about like topics. I was like, he was like week 7 picks. I'm like, holy shit, it's week 7 already. Like, damn. Goes by quick, man. So enjoy it. Take our picks into consideration, and yeah.
I think one thing I try to do is give a little bit. I try to shed some light on like what I know, because a lot of people don't know what I know.
You have to.
Yeah, so I try to like get some of that shit out there, like from what I'm hearing around the league, about Ron Rivera climbing it, telling Landon Collins he's a bitch, basically. Dan Campbell getting in Jared Goff's ear, shit like that. NBA. What's new in the NBA? It just started. I'll tell you what's not new. Ben Simmons is still a little bitch.
You know what? I'm so happy that Doc Rivers threw him out, dude.
He kicked him out of practice.
Know what? Embiid's response was the most badass thing I've ever seen on him say on an interview.
Embiid has never held back.
No, I just think that, especially because him and Ben were actually so close, and originally he was so disappointed in Ben. Like, he was kind of like protecting him a little bit from the media. He was like, just like he was on his side. You could tell that they were obviously close friends. And this was like the breaking point for him. And like, he was literally like, we're not babysitters, man.
I know.
Like, we're not babysitters. Yeah, he's done, bro.
He's over it.
Screw him, man. Screw Ben Simmons. Anyone who ever, you know what? And I love this because I know a lot of my buddies back home are listening to this who I've argued with about Ben Simmons. If you're listening to this back and you're one of my buddies back home, you and I personally argued about the topic of Ben Simmons, go fuck yourself. Because I was right. All right? This dude is so not legit.
Once again, here we talked about this not too long ago. I still think he's good. Is he a little diva bitch? Yeah, for sure.
I think that was the most cowardly and just most punishable thing you could have done walking into practice after all the shit you caused that organization.
And he has his like phone on him.
Yeah. I look at guys like my grandfather, dude, like my poppy. He is a diehard Philly sports guy. He loves the Sixers. He loves Simmons. And the fact that like he's not even doing it to the staff, his teammates, doing it to the fans, like people who supported the Sixers, even though they got not a whole lot going for them, dude, like I'm like mad for my poppy, dude. Like that's messed up. Because that's a guy who rode and would die like on the topic of Ben Simmons. And him and I have argued about it before. Like, I don't think he's always taken what I've said in consideration, but I've always taken what he said in consideration too. I'm more so less talking about like my friends who like don't want to listen to what I've ever had to say about Ben Simmons. Just like, no, he's sick. He's an all-star. I'm like, all right, well, there's like a deeper level of that.
Yeah.
But nah, like that's almost like painful for me to like, because I know it's like being a sports fan. I know it's like being a sports fan of like a team that is going through something and is like rough, and then have one of your supposed to be like your leader, like one of your team's leaders, walk off the court like that, be thrown out of practice by your coach, act like you just said perfect word, an absolute diva.
Dude, you get thrown out of practice. So pathetic. That's like high school, if that.
Dude, I know that's like middle school, dude. That's like you got in trouble in middle school in class, and then your coach sat you for practice.
Yeah, it's
like I've never like that is ridiculous. That is bullshit behavior. That actually makes me so mad. Like, and again, like we've followed this story for probably since we started this podcast. I feel like we've always had a small segment about Ben Simmons whenever NBA's come up, and I've been saying this like. I think he's an absolute shithead. Like,
yeah.
And I try to refrain from cursing on this podcast. I want to sound professional.
You do a good job at that.
Yeah, but this pisses me off, man. Like, he's such an asshole. Like, dude, and like they got Doc Rivers, their coach. Like,
I know it sucks because like you think this is part of the process. This is the process.
Yeah,
Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid are the guys that you tanked for. You went through like 4 years of absolutely horrible basketball.
Yeah, hell.
For these two guys, pretty much. These are
That's what I'm
two.
saying, dude. Like,
These are two like number one picks, and then Markelle Fultz, who obviously didn't work out. But these are the guys, and like Ben Simmons is done. I think his time in Philly is done, and it's kind of sad.
I hope his time in the NBA is done. And I don't think it is because I think he's still, like, as much as I hate to say, he's still got value. But, like, I want to see this dude never step foot on a court, like a professional court again after the way he acted. Like,
Yeah.
like that's, like, players who act like that are, like, that's the most ungrateful thing you can do as a pro athlete. Like, think about that for a second. Like, like, really consider what I just said. Like, that is the most ungrateful thing you can do as a pro athlete. You don't want to play somewhere. Boo freaking who. Like,
It happens all the
boo
time.
who, man. Like, I know, but that's the problem. Like, you're at the highest level. Like, you get paid to do what you love, and you're basically just spitting in his face. That's beyond me, man. That, like, pisses me off.
Yeah, he's a proper shithouse, as they would say in England. But yeah, nah. So that's pretty much the season started now. I've been fucked by player props really hard because I love taking guys to hit a certain amount of threes. That's kind of my thing.
Yeah.
Because I can tell who's gonna shoot them. I know who's gonna shoot them, but like I can't tell who's gonna make them. You know, like I had Kyle Kuzma hit 3 threes. He shot 2 for 9 from 3. Hit one of those, right?
Yeah.
Hit one of those. He hit 2 in the first half and missed 3 in the second half, even though he didn't even play that much in the second half.
That's
Still
upsetting.
missed 3 of them. Shy missed 4. He shot 1 for 5 from 3. Jalen Green, the rookie on the Rockets, had him to get 2. He went 1 for 6. Like, it's just guys are throwing up bricks for me right now, but I think I'll figure it out. It's going to be okay. It's the first week. We'll be fine.
I was gonna say, like, I think, like, early in the season it's hard to call player props. I think it's the hardest time to call player props because there's a lot of new trades, there's a lot of new people trying to learn how to play together and move together, and I think, like, that's gonna take probably about a month to build before you can really, like, before they find, like, their new, because, like, again, Kuzma's a great player, he's a great 3-point shooter, but at the same time, like, now look who else the Lakers have on their court. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot more people that can shoot threes, so I think, like,
Lakers are a weird team this year.
Yeah.
They lost to the Warriors game 1, 2. That's not a good look. Russ looked like shit. Get him out of DC. Didn't I not? I swear I was talking shit about Russ on
You were talking shit, yeah. You didn't like him.
I hate him. And he sucked. He sucked for the Lakers. I knew that wasn't going to work. I also did I say it on here? Or who was I arguing about that with? I was like, the Lakers are not going to win the championship. Now, granted, they're
said that to me.
They're one game into the season. Yeah.
Right.
But like I said,
you've said that to me.
It's the same team.
I just don't know if it was on our podcast or not.
Like, they're not a super team. They're not significantly better than they were because they added Melo and Rajon Rondo and like shit like that, you know?
Right.
That's all I'm saying. Anyway, Wizards. That should be a hot topic this year because we're going to be really good.
I'll believe you when I see it, man.
Hey, we're going to be
to be honest, man, I don't even know who's on your guys' team.
Daniel Gafford. Learn the name. Daniel Gafford.
Yeah.
I actually was hating.
I'm definitely got to learn
I was hating on him when we traded for him. I was like, great. We're just going to suck with a guy named Daniel Gafford on our team now.
That's kind of good. You kind of came around him. I mean,
No,
I don't know this guy from Adam, but I think that's always
trade.
good when, like, you get a trade and you're not too, like, that was kind of like me and Mac Jones. I wasn't excited the Patriots grabbed him, and now I'm like, you know what? Like, we need him.
I hate doing that, though. Like, I'm never that guy that's like, well, when I'm wrong, I'm wrong. You know, I'm going to admit it. And I was wrong about this kid. He's a baller. He's actually a baller. And we only had to give up, like, Troy Brown, who sucks for him. And then we get Kuzma, Harrell. We signed Dinwiddie. We got KCP. We drafted Corey Kispert, who didn't even play. We traded for Aaron Holiday, which was big. Like, I like our squad. Bradley Beal's still here. Dinwiddie's a beast, too. We're tough. We're going to be tough. You said you tough the Bulls, huh?
I want to end it around an hour just because we do got to start getting ready for our big night. But also, just I've been hearing from people, best feedback is just keep it a little bit shorter just because.
Yeah, I mean, we almost wrapped this up around like 40-something minutes, but we just went a little long on the NBA.
Yeah. So I say the last thing I want to cover real quick is what team are you most excited to see this season in the NBA, and I asked this before the podcast, and I obviously told you mine. Chicago Bulls is who I'm most excited to see. I just think with all the players they grabbed in the offseason, like Lonzo Ball and Caruso, I don't know. I'm really excited to see what they can do, especially together. Like those are like
Yeah, I'm excited to see him too.
yeah. So
I'm interested.
Yeah,
DeRozan.
DeRozan, yeah,
Yep.
huge pickup.
Yeah, I think them, the Wizards, and the Knicks. I'm really excited to watch the Knicks because a little shout out. The Knicks got Kemba Walker now. I think they look pretty good. They look really good versus Celtics. There's a couple teams that made some big moves, and those three are the ones I can think of like off the top of my head. But yeah, I think that's about it. We're gonna wrap this thing up right about now, huh?
Yeah, man. I want to thank you guys as always. I say this every episode at the end. I had someone FaceTime me last night. She's been listening to all the podcasts, and she gave me some good feedback. Hopefully, to you, Alyssa, there wasn't any sounds of a water bottle crunching in the background.
Oh, no.
But I heard that you guys also really love Toothpick. I've heard that from a lot of people, so we will bring him on occasionally from time to time. He does bring some comedic relief in here, and I think it's good to have like a different voice and, just like the way that he like phrases things is funny, but also just like different from how we do it.
Well, I think we're going to start having like a little rotating table of guests. So
Yeah, we've been having a lot of people ask to come on, and we really want to have people on. We're just we're trying to figure out what segment particularly we want them on for, because the Toothpick thing was a little bit sloppy. It was kind of like last minute, but it ended up being a hit. So we just want to do it kind of like that, just better, have them close to the mics, have them like a set like topic to talk about so they can get their thoughts together. Again, recording our faces with a tripod is in the making as well. And if you aren't following Barstool Sport or just Barstool West Virginia's TikTok page, please go follow them. Support Luke.
and all the Hidden Gems pages too.
Right. Right. Hidden Gems.
Until we get a
Hidden
rounding
Sports
segment.
Gems. Yeah. Hidden Sports Gems. Instagram is where I run for Hidden Gems. So go follow them on Instagram. We have a Twitter that Luke runs, and he does a really good job with Twitter. So go check that out. And we even have a TikTok, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, Hidden Sports Gems, TikTok as well. So go follow all these accounts. If you can like, subscribe on this episode of this podcast, that'd be great. Share it with people, and then keep the feedback coming. And lastly, comment who you guys are most excited to see this season with NBA. Just like I said with the Bulls.
I like that.
Yeah.
A little
All right.
engagement.
Yeah, man.
All right. Catch you next week.
Yeah, man. This is Rounding Second. Your hosts, Luke and Steven. We're out.